Hey everyone, I am Justin, and that is Kyle, and we are the Fantasy Football Upside. Today, we're going through our second episode of the Upside series, and that is high upside wide receivers. In the last episode, we discussed our top 4 high upside RBs. Make sure you check that one out. Is that up here on the right?
Good.
Up there. RB.
That's over here.
Arby's
yeah.
good.
Arby's
Do they still have the big
good.
Montana? I don't think they do.
Dude, I saw something. Okay, not to interrupt right off the bat, right? But to interrupt right off the bat, I saw something where they have their bags can hold 25 pounds.
We need to check that.
Somebody did check it, and then they were like, "Why? Why is this the case, Arby's?" And Arby's said, "We have the meats." It's like, okay,
Right.
I guess so. But yeah, 25 pounds of meat in one bag. Apparently, that's the plan.
Well, we are talking about wide receivers today. The reason why is we want to help you win your league this year, and that starts with the draft. We talk about this all the time. You know, we're going to be spending the rest of the summer preparing you to dominate and win your draft to win your league.
It's almost like it's important or something. I don't know. It might be an important aspect of fantasy football. What do I know?
You're just a talking head.
Just somebody. Yeah, I'm just literally a guy. I'm a guy. Yeah.
Just strike this guy out.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to draft to win, and you go ahead and hit it.
No.
Say to you,
This is the best.
strike this guy out.
The best edit ever.
The best edit. It
of
had
a
to been
movie
for
ever.
TBS. It was for Major League. Good old Roger Dorn.
Yeah, I want you to strike this guy out. It's totally like somebody who's unmotivated to say this
Guy.
part. Like
So
he's
you may
really
hear us say
dejected that he has
guy
to do it.
a lot. This is good. We want people to know kind of our inside jokes. We say guy a lot, and that's
why.
That's why. But if you want to win your league with the advice that we're actually going to give you here soon,
We promise.
we promise. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know, our numbers are growing, and we see a lot of non-subscribers watching our videos. So just do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, then you'll get notified every time we do release.
Yeah.
And once again, we're picking that up. So go ahead and give us a thumbs up, comment, question, any of the above. If you do something like that, you're probably going to get mentioned on one of our episodes. So do that. What do you got, Kyle?
All right. Like I mentioned last time, we're
Yeah.
ramping up our video posting. So this is back-to-back days, which is new for us. We usually go Tuesdays, Thursdays. Right now we're on Monday, Tuesday, and we're going to hit every day this week. It's looking like so. That's the plan going forward. So keep your subscription strong, right? Additionally, keep your eyes open for the Victory Draft Kit. We're going to be dropping that here soon in the next couple weeks or so. Yeah, Victory. It's going to be just in time for your fantasy football drafting season to start. So you're going to have that information available for you to use during your draft to help you win your draft so you can win your league.
Yep.
Even if you buy that early, we're going to give you every edited version or every edition of it as it comes out. So we're going to update constantly with new information or as changes occur because of injuries or other stuff. All the way up through, all the way up through week 1, we're going to be making changes. And so that will be sent to you every single time so that you are up to date on the most, or you have the most up-to-date version of it so that you can use it to win your draft and win your league. All right, let's jump right in here, Justin. Let's get on to these high upside wide receivers, right?
Yep.
Like we talked about last time, these are not necessarily guys who are being drafted as wide receiver 1s or wide receiver 2s even, but they have the best upside chance to break out for you and become a consistent performer that can, you can put into your lineup every day, and that they're going to put you over the top, get you into the playoffs, get you into that championship game.
Yep.
We're not saying they're going to turn into studs. That's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is that these guys are just solid and that they're going to complement the studs that you have on your bench already or on your roster already.
Yep.
So that's what you're looking for to elevate your team. All right, let's dive right in here, Justin. Who do you have as your high upside wide receiver first one?
Uno, I have very criminally undervalued Odell Beckham Jr. So Fantasy Football Calculator has him as wide receiver 34, 8th pick in the 7th round. That's just disrespecting OBJ.
He's
You
not
know,
that old. Like
well, here's
people
the
are
thing. Yeah,
treating him like he's like 40 or something. Like
yeah,
he's
like he's got a walker or
32.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a second year with the Browns, and he's still young, like you said. He's still in his prime.
He
I mean, he's
had,
27.
dude, he had one bad year that didn't involve an injury, and he was actually injured the whole
He was
time.
actually
Right?
injured.
So,
Yeah,
like, what are you holding that against him? Why are people holding that against him?
I don't. It was a dud last year. He finished 34th last year.
He had like a torn stomach muscle or something, didn't he? What was it? He was
So
injured the
he
whole
had
year.
sports hernia surgery in the offseason. He played most of the year because he just didn't want to, quit on the team. He didn't want to go out. That wasn't really his style. So yeah, he's got that prima donna look and talk and everything like that, but he still wanted to play.
I mean, he does also have that bow picture. That's not
He
going
does.
anywhere. I mean,
He's not helping. He's not helping, but he was still
no.
out there trying to perform for his team.
Yeah.
So with last year, he had 74 catches, 1,035 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Kyle, his first 3 years, 2014, 2016, he averaged 96 catches, 1,374 yards, and 12 touchdowns. He averaged that.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
He also has finished wide receiver 2 or better in 64% of his games in his career. The only other players to do that with that kind of rate is Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, and Antonio Brown. Those are pretty good names to be right there with.
Bunch of lazy, no good.
A bunch of no good talent.
Yeah, that sounds like a wide receiver 34 or whatever he is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's I mentioned the numbers. He's in line for a touchdown progression. He had 15 targets in the red zone, but only came down with 1 touchdown in goal line situations. I think that is partly to do with the QB play. Baker definitely had a down year as well. I do see a bounce back year for Baker. I don't know about you, but that's what I see. And we've already kind of
even if he's like middling, that's still better than what he's been putting in.
He's got talent, and it feels like okay, you don't see as many commercials out and about when it comes with Baker.
I like those commercials. Those commercials are funny.
All right, well, you're the only one. They're funny, but it is an easy excuse for a lot of people looking at what Baker did last year, and he wasn't into it. He wasn't determined to be a great QB in this league. That's what people say. I don't really believe it, but let's see what kind of progression he can make. You mentioned it last year. He was injured for most of the year, and all the reports here just recently, he's had the surgery. He's back to full health, and he's ready for a big year. Those are his words, of course, but he has been able to do that in the past. And once again, wide receiver 34.
Yeah. That's upside.
Upside.
Yeah.
Upside.
I think that he's going to be solid this year. I mean, he's going to at least be a wide receiver too. Come on.
He's so talented.
Come on. He's not just a guy. Yeah. All right.
What do you got?
All right. I've got as my first upside wide receiver, I've got Allen Robinson. The Packers fan has Allen Robinson.
Right.
Right. So he's currently wide receiver 22, going 6th pick, 5th round over at Fantasy Football Calculator. The last time we talked about him, he was wide receiver 25, going 9th pick of the 5th round. So he's clearly trending upward. He's currently our wide receiver 12. So we have a lot more faith in him than anybody else right now, apparently. Who's participating in these drafts.
Yeah.
So he's going to turn 27 towards the beginning of this year. This is his 7th year in the league. He quietly turned in a very solid season last year, broke 1,100 yards, got 154 targets, managed 98 catches off those targets.
Yep.
His catch percentage might have been a bit higher if he didn't have Truth Biscuit throwing the ball to him. Yeah, old Mitchell.
I think he finished 11th, I think, as non-PPR wide receiver last year.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah.
That's what he finished.
Yeah.
I mean,
so look, Trubisky, I think he's cooked. I think he's done as far as Bears starter. I do.
Yeah.
I think this is Foles' job to lose rather than Foles' job to win. So the addition of Nick Foles is it's not going to like result in any increase or decrease in production from A-Rob as far as like targets, probably,
Yeah.
right? I don't think that that's going to change, but I think that the depth of target, the quality of the target, the not throwing it to the defense every time target,
Or in the
those
dirt.
will probably, yeah, those will probably be better this time around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, Nick Foles can actually throw the ball further than 20 yards accurately.
Hmm.
Trubisky can't. There's that. Um, so, yeah, look, we know who Allen Robinson is at this point.
Hmm.
He is a really solid wide receiver. Even if you think he's just a possession receiver, why would you draft him? Why are you treating him as a back end wide receiver too? Right? Like
Right.
that's where he's being drafted right now. Last year, even with a terrible QB, he was fourth in targets in the league. He was eighth in deep targets, and he was sixth in receptions and completed air yards. But then he only finished 13th in total yardage among wide receivers. So that means that the average depth of target was really terrible for him.
Yeah.
The average depth of target that was like an accurate ball was really low. So he was hindered by the QB. And he still finished as a wide receiver 1, but he's being drafted as a wide receiver 2, fringe wide receiver 2,
Hmm.
wide receiver 3 territory, right? That doesn't make any sense. This guy's got nothing but upside coming to him right now because he's not going to just catch the ball and get tackled immediately constantly because
Right.
this offense is going to be schematically more capable with QB who they're not trying to hide. Like
Right.
that's what they had to do last year was they had to
Yeah.
hide Trubisky. And I don't think anybody is unaware that that was what was going on at this point. Like I think everybody sees
Yeah.
that. Yeah, in fact, they were just hiding the guy. So look, in the end, Allen Robinson is probably better suited operating as a wide receiver 1 in this offense. And there's nobody who's going to pass him on the depth chart.
No.
Like, yeah, I mean, you're going to get a solid wide receiver 1. I don't get it. Like, I don't know how much more upside I can give you. Like,
Right.
you're getting a wide receiver 1 for the price of a wide receiver 2. Like,
You
that
and I,
doesn't
you and
make
I both
sense.
agree that Anthony Miller
Yeah.
is coming on, but they let Taylor Gabriel go.
Yeah.
They didn't. I mean, they released him, and he had 5.6 targets per game
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, but I
They
think
didn't
that,
really add. Like I'm talking about Taylor Gabriel. He
yeah,
had that
but I
many
think they're going
targets,
to
and they
add
didn't
that.
add anything really.
But I think what they're going to do is they're going to take those targets and they're going to send them to all of the tight ends in the league.
The 20 tight ends that they have on the roster.
I think it's at least 20. They might have signed another 40 since I last looked. I don't know. Yeah.
Do me a favor. After this video, audience, look up Allen Robinson and route running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look that up.
Please,
It is
please.
insane. The video
Oh.
that it was from last year.
Mhm.
This guy is one of the best route runners. You said 154 targets last year. We
Yeah.
don't see that changing. He's going to probably get 150 plus. Like you said, he's 27, going in his 7th year.
Yeah.
He
This guy has
tore his
been
ACL
hindered
3
about
years
by,
ago.
yeah, but this
He's
guy
progressing.
He's been hampered by terrible QB play like his entire career, man.
We already,
Like,
Blake
it's so
Bortles.
bad. Yeah,
Talked
Blake
about that last
Bortles.
episode.
Bortles. Don't talk about Bortles. Yeah, man, Bortles was terrible.
Yeah,
And yet Allen Robinson and Allen Hearns
still performed.
Like those guys they catch everything. Like that's the thing is both of them would catch everything. Now it's just Allen Robinson and the dude catches everything. Like his contested catch rate was just astronomical because it had to be. He had to fight all the defenders that were, the balls were thrown at. So yeah, man, look, like I said, you're getting a wide receiver 1 for the price of a wide receiver 2. What other upside do you need? For the price of a wide receiver 2, fringe wide receiver 3, right?
Right.
You're getting a wide receiver 1. He's going to be a wide receiver 1.
Upside.
Why doesn't anybody understand that? He's going to be a wide receiver 1. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's the Bears offense and they're just not going to be good. And
Still did
what,
it
they're going
last
to
year.
run David Montgomery? Like that's going to be the success plan? Why? Why would we think that that's going to be the success plan? Like he's just the like, he's the appetizer that Nagy has for you so that the other stuff works, right? That's it. He's the little thing that you have in the back of your head as the outside linebacker that, hey, maybe David Montgomery is going to come around the edge and slowly dig his way through the wet concrete, and maybe I should wait here for that instead of tracking the wide receiver I should be covering. Right. That's the whole point of that offense and that guy. So Allen Robinson is going to be solid. And look, here's what's really crazy, right? The Bears have the best schedule this year when you check their current year opponents, last year's fantasy points allowed to the wide receiver position. They have the best wide receiver, fantasy wide receiver schedule.
Upside.
Yeah. You got a wide receiver 1, a QB who can throw it deep, and the best wide receiver fantasy point schedule coming your way. What's to miss, right? I mean, I think you're going to draft this guy as a back end wide receiver 2, and he's going to be a mid-level wide receiver 1. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. All right. So who do you got for me as your second one?
Let's stay in the division. Marvin Jones of the Detroit Lions. Fantasy football calculator has a wide receiver. I mean, with this kind of disrespect, wide receiver 40.
I wore my Marvin Jones Lions blue for you.
Does look,
it does kind of look like it.
11th pick in the 8th round, Kyle. So
to
give you some numbers,
that's dumb.
That's just so bad. I mean, so good for you audience to be able to draft him because he's still going to be there. But before his ankle injury last year, he was wide receiver 12, and that was weeks 1 through 14. So it wasn't like a 4-week, 5-week kind of sample size. 1 through 14, that's a decent sample size. I think that's pretty decent. I think it was an ankle injury. He was out for the rest of the year. That's why he didn't play the last few games. But, all signs point to him being fully healthy. There has been a little bit of durability concerns. That was 3 last year, 7 the previous year. But the guy was durable before that. So ankle injuries are fluke. I think he was fine.
Well, he was like, when he was on Cincinnati, he was like the only guy who didn't have an ankle injury, I'm pretty sure.
Right. AJ Green was always going down. But when the guy's on the field, we can all agree that he catches touchdowns. He had 7 last year. He was on pace for 9. He had 15 red zone targets. That was tied for 14th in only 13 games. So when he's on the field, he's catching touchdowns. You also got to think about we are Kenny Golladay truthers here, in my opinion. We love Kenny Golladay. They also have
we like Amendola. That. I think we like that Detroit wide receiver QB battery.
Oh, yeah.
This year, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, except for maybe Amendola that I just mentioned. But for some reason last year.
I can't believe that guy's still around.
All 3 of those guys got like 20% of the target share. I don't think that's going to happen again this year, Kyle. I think Jones and Golladay are going to get a little increase. Amendola's going to come back down to earth a little bit on the amount of targets that he
But I think the targeting that he loses is primarily going to go toward TJ Hawkinson. That's my assumption, really.
It could. Yeah. But I think they're just going to throw it more because I think the offense is going to be on the field more because they're going to have Matthew Stafford back.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, like
the dude's still bombing it. I mean, like, people like, how did you not see the just highlight reel touchdown catches that they were throwing last year? Like, they just every friggin' play had at least like 2 or 3 deep touchdown passes.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. And it's not like this was a terrible offense last year.
No.
Didn't they blow fourth quarter leads more than any other team in the history of the league or something? It's not like
number
this was
2 pencil can't coach in the fourth quarter, I guess.
Yeah. Well, but they were doing that with a bad QB.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? Stafford's a good QB. So why wouldn't you want the wide receiver 2 on an offense that's going to throw for 5,000 yards.
Mr. 5,000.
Yeah.
Mr. 5,000.
Trademark.
I mean, with a healthy Matthew Stafford, I mean,
Yeah.
Jones has huge upside.
Yep.
You just mentioned pass-heavy offense. Currently drafted as a wide receiver 4. Could very well easy finish as a wide receiver 2, man.
Wide receiver 4.
Ahead.
He's not a wide receiver 4. Come on, people.
Wide receiver 40.
Well, that's wide receiver. No, that's outside of wide receiver 3. That's wide receiver 4. Why?
That's what, I'm telling you. That's what I mean.
Ugh.
Okay, go ahead and take advantage of somebody else's mistakes and go ahead
Yeah.
and draft Marvin Jones. Pick him up in the 7th or early 8th, or maybe even 6th round if you really believe in it, because he's going to give you value. He is upside.
Yeah.
Mr. Upside.
Okay.
Not Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside. Mr. Upside. Marvin Jones.
Yeah. All right. So
Who do you got?
Last guy here I've got for you is, we're going to break some of this down on this guy, and I think it's going to blow your mind. All right. I've got DJ Moore from Carolina.
Hold on to my chair again.
Hold on. Yeah. Don't fall. All right. These look like you're bearing down there. Yeah. All right. So he is currently wide receiver 30 and picked 10 of the 6th round over at Fantasy Football Calculator. This is the wide receiver 1 on the Panthers. Okay. Last time we talked to you about him, he was wide receiver 32, and he was the 2nd pick in the 7th round. All right. So we talked about him, though, in our wide receiver 2 episode, because we have him as wide receiver 14. He was there then. He's there still for us. But this guy, I'm telling you, he is primed. The upside that's coming your way on this is insane. All right. He is 23 entering this year. In 2019, he had he was 8th in receiving yards and yards after the catch. And he was 10th in receptions. Yeah, sure. Sounds like a great wide receiver 30, right? Jeez. 25th in red zone targets. That's why. Yeah. That's why that happened. Now, why would that happen? What do we know about Carolina? What do we know about what was it? Oh yeah, they didn't have a QB,
right? And
they had all-world Christian McCaffrey. Like, what the heck? That was like McCaffrey, right? That was like
that sounded like me in the last episode.
McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey, right? They had him and no QB. So I mean, I don't know. What do you do in the red zone there when you don't have a QB you can trust? Maybe.
Are you talking crap about Kyle Allen?
Who?
How dare you?
Yeah.
You're not even on the team.
So look, last year his value was in yardage alone.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's going to get some red zone targets now that they have a QB who can
touchdown progression candidate.
Yeah. He's got decent speed.
Yeah.
He's got good depth of catch, and he's got a new QB. And so that's the question. How's that going to affect his value?
Yeah.
And the really big question, I think the reason he's being treated the way he is that he's got a new coach, Matt Rule. And everybody seems to think that Matt Rule is just going to give the ball to Christian McCaffrey in every way possible, every game, on every play. And that basically there's nobody else on this team that exists. Sure.
Right.
That's why you go pay Teddy Bridgewater what you pay him, so that you can just give the ball to one other guy, right?
Just Mr. Handoff.
Yeah. I mean, if McCaffrey's going to be the whole offense, then you might as well cut out the QB and add another offensive lineman. Right? And just have direct snap.
Yeah.
I mean, Stanford did it. Stanford did it when he was there. They direct snapped it to McCaffrey and added a lineman. I mean, that's not – why not, right? I mean, so obviously Teddy Bridgewater has been paid to throw the ball to somebody who's not named Christian McCaffrey. That's just a hunch I have. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, right? Look, I'll tell you exactly what to expect with Matt Rule. Okay. When he was at Baylor, at least 80% of the time they were in 4 wide or 3 wide. But yeah, they're just going to run the ball all the time, right? You know, they're not going to use a wide receiver 1 who's a very skilled route runner and pass catcher. No, they're not going to use that guy. Right? Why would he want to win? Why would you want to win?
Right.
No?
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
That's right. I'm addicted to winning, and that's why you're going to go after this guy. Look, Matt Rule likes running QBs, and he'll even do that out of a shotgun formation.
Mhm.
So they're going to be in shotgun a lot, and they're still going to run the ball. They're going to delay run. They're going to
Yeah.
do all that. So expect to see Teddy Bridgewater finally get his running back. But Teddy Bridgewater also literally almost died from his injury
Right.
that he had in Minnesota. So running ain't his forte exactly anymore. And we saw what he did last year with New Orleans.
Hmm?
He only, made Michael Thomas look like Michael Thomas, right?
Right.
Did you notice that Drew Brees was gone for quite a while? Not really. Most people didn't, because
Weren't they undefeated?
I think they lost one game
Did they lose one
with
game?
Bridgewater. They might have lost
Okay.
one. I
I
think
couldn't
they lost
remember.
one game with him. He started like 6 games, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what, like 45% of the season, and still Michael Thomas
Decent sample size.
still led the league in the history of the league in catches.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a reminder.
But you know what? Teddy Bridgewater's not going to be able to get the ball to DJ Moore. No, not at all. Right? Jeez, oh Pete, man. Look, Bridgewater's an accurate thrower. He is an accurate thrower, and Moore is going to be on the field a ton.
And
Because
I'm sure Teddy Bridgewater is going to like a guy that can come down with the ball.
yeah,
215 career targets.
I don't know.
He only
I
has
mean,
3
somebody
drops.
you can trust to catch the stuff you throw at him.
That's a
Oh,
pretty good drop percentage.
I know. It
Kyle.
sounds like a
3
wide
out of
receiver 30 to
215.
me. Sounds like a wide receiver 30 to me. What was it?
What do you
Yeah.
know? 3 drops out of 215 targets. Nah.
No.
Rock hands. Darius Hayward Bay hands.
I don't know if those hands came with fingers. I don't know, man. He might not have any.
That's wide receiver 30 numbers right there.
Yeah. So look, you can expect good things from Moore.
Yeah.
At this price, you could end up with a high-end wide receiver 2 who puts up a lot of wide receiver 1 days. You could also end up with a guy who legit is a wide receiver 1. It's entirely possible. Teddy Bridgewater made one last year, right? There's no reason to suspect that he can't treat a guy as a wide receiver 1 again this year. And it's not like they didn't have a good running back in New Orleans with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
And he still got the ball to that wide receiver 1. So look, he's primed for good things. He's primed. He's ready.
I'm excited to see what Matt Rule does in the NFL. I really am. Like you said, like 3 wide receiver sets, 4 wide receiver sets. They have some decent wide receivers with DJ. They got Curtis Samuel. They got Robbie Anderson that they just signed. So they have some good weapons there that kind of, Teddy has at his disposal.
I think that
you're going to probably go for a guy. You're going to go for a couple of guys that you're going to target, and that's going to be Christian McCaffrey and it's going to be DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think that people think that Robbie Anderson's going to eat into it somehow, into his volume, and I just don't see it.
He's one of those huge inconsistency type wide receivers,
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson. It's always, he made his living just off of go routes. That was it.
He's not a very big guy either.
No, he's tall, but he's skinny.
No, but he's really thin.
Yep.
So my opinion is that DJ Moore offers you so much upside, and where he is going right now, you're just getting a steal. The upside that you're getting there,
30,
10th pick of the 6th round.
Jeez.
That's bad. That's not cool. And
draft him in the 5th and laugh.
Yeah, and laugh at the end of the year when he shows up as a high-end wide receiver 2, low-end wide receiver 1. Oh, man. This isn't the offense from Carolina last year, guys. It's not.
No.
Okay? Look, we're here to try to help you win your league, and that's what we want you to do. Okay? We want you guys to join the Legion and of our listener Legion and help you guys win your leagues. So make sure that you get subscribed here and listen to us. Look, you found us here at YouTube, the Fantasy Upside. The Fantasy Football Upside, and you might be talking to us on Twitter, at FFB_upside. You might be looking at us at Facebook, FFB Upside. You can also search for us there with the Fantasy Football Upside.
Yep.
You might want to try to reach out to us through email while you still can. Or the Fantasy Football Upside at gmail.com. And look, you might also be listening to us right now on podcast. I hope you are. We're on Apple, Stitcher, Spotify. We're looking for a few others. We'll let you know when we get on there. And, once again, get subscribed. Click that button. click that bell. Make sure that you're notified when we upload this content every time. We're going to put out a bunch more. There's a bunch of it coming, guys, and we're going to get you ready for your draft. We're going to get you ready for the season, and we're going to help you win that league this year. Everybody's going to say, what the hell happened, man? You just figured it out. And really, you're going to have our help to get you there. All right.
You listened to the upside. You bought the victory draft kit. You got it all.
Yeah.
You got everything you can.
Yeah.
You need to win your draft, Kyle.
To win your league.
There it is.
To win your league. Yep. All right, guys. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for being a fan of the upside. See you later.
See you guys.